Welcome to Mr. Sir Sports. We recently hit 1,000 subscribers, so thank all you guys for that. If you want to join the family and be entered to win a MacBook Pro and experience all the NFL news that's important that you need to know, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you're notified when our videos go live. When we hit 10,000 subscribers, we're giving away a MacBook Pro, like I mentioned. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thank you guys again and enjoy the video.
49ers star tight end George Kittle is falling apart in his contract talks with the team and is unlikely to report to offseason program this offseason with the 49ers. And there's reports that obviously this isn't a report, this is a fact, that he lives in Tennessee, he lives in Nashville, and the reports are the dream destination for him would be playing for the Titans. So do you think that ever happens? And as a 49er fan, what do you think of this? And do you think they get it figured out?
Yeah, I'm not worried. I think they'll figure it out. I mean, you saying, yeah, he's not going to report to the offspring program. I'm like, whatever. I mean, it's called OTAs for a reason. For a reason, they're optional. I mean, especially early. Early, it's not like the mini camp, which is more mandatory, where you're going to obviously get fined if you don't show up. But there's been plenty of guys that don't show up to OTAs. And we talk about how many times we talked about Aaron Rodgers not showing up. But yeah, I mean, so Kittle, he's got one more year left on his contract. He's making $15 million a year, and look, just I was doing a little bit of a deep dive on his stats, and last year he had not only the second most touchdowns in his career, but he also had the second most yards and the third most average yards per play. So Kittle, despite the Niners not having a great season, he was very good when he got the ball in his hands. So I think that he's a guy you want to keep. I know that he's obviously 31, so it's not like he's getting any younger, but I think you got to sign him and obviously keep him for a couple more years. And let's say you sign a 5-year deal, and by year 3 you draft a tight end and take over. That's fine, but I definitely would still keep him. I think he's very valuable. I mean, he does a lot of things that other tight ends like Kelsey don't do. Kelsey doesn't block. Kittle blocks. Kittle does pretty much everything a tight end should, and he's very effective at it. So if I'm them, I keep him just because he brings value to your team. So I think it ends up getting worked out, and Kittle gets a pay raise, and he gets about the same.
Yeah, I think George Kittle obviously still is one of the best in the league. I think the fact that he's at age 31 is probably what is concerning the 49ers. I think that a lot of tight ends tend to probably start to decline at this age. So I think they're probably afraid to, not necessarily saying that he declined last year, but in the future, based on previous players and just age in general, they probably assume in the next 1, 2, 3 years he's going to start to decline, and they don't want to pay him this top dollar, even though in the past he did earn that, and they paid him like that because they thought also in the future he was going to perform like that. But 49ers probably think, well, you're not worth paying top in the league because you're probably to decline and you're probably going to be out of the league in the next 4 or 5 years. So I don't think they want to sign him to a 5-year deal or anything like that. They're probably wanting to sign him to more of a 3-year deal that has a lot of incentives. And I understand that from the team perspective, but also Kittle's perspective. I understand, hey, like, I've balled out. I've done amazing. Like, you should pay me how I perform. So I think in situations like this, it can get really ugly. And I think either the team is just going to have to give in and pay him, or they're going to have to trade him and let him go if he's going to be that stubborn about the money. Obviously, they're trying to save as much money as possible, probably, to pay Purdy because he's trying to get top dollar. And if they can save an extra 5 or 10 million on Kittle to pay Purdy, that's probably the 49ers' thoughts. So I think this could get really ugly and bad if Kittle is very stubborn on this and wanting to be top in the league still, or if he's more team friendly and takes a less deal. But I think he's the cornerstone of their offense. He's the only reason that Brock Purdy is good, to be honest with you. I think if George Kittle wasn't on the team, I don't think Brock Purdy would be very, very good at all. I just think the only reason Brock Purdy's been good is because he's been surrounded with superstar wide receivers and weapons. And until he proves that he can't do it without them, then I'm not going to believe in Brock Purdy. I don't believe that he's a very good player without superstars around him. And I think if George Kittle left, I think Brock Purdy probably is not going to be that good. So I think the 49ers need to give in, pay George Kittle because he's necessary for success.